Hi friends, it's Lori with Main Street Gardener, and today obviously I am in my home office. I'm not in the garden. It is 7 degrees outside. It is sunny, and I just pulled the blinds up to give my geraniums some beautiful sunshine and just to enjoy it, even though I can't be outside in it. It is just really cold and windy. But today I have spent some time looking back at different containers that I've done while I've lived at this home. So for really the past 4 years. And I went through and looked at successes, maybe some things that I didn't love, color combinations, and then I started thinking about the containers that I have in my garden, and I started making some plans for the new year. So I have some specific plants that I really want to have in some of my containers, but otherwise I'm really just coming up with a theme for the new year. And then I'll have such fun going to the garden center and kind of finding things to fill in around those key plants. So I thought I would first take you on the journey with me to see some of the before, and maybe it will give you some inspiration. So I'm just going to play for you some of the containers that I've had over the years, and you will see I've had some really specific color stories in my containers. Then I want to show you some inspiration for the new year, and I'll just tell you a couple ideas I have for my garden, and we'll talk about a couple of the plants. So I hope this is just filled with inspiration for you, maybe get the wheels turning on what you want to do in your garden. So after a season of lots of white and green, I decided to go with more pinks, darker, brighter pinks, lots of silvery foliage. I had some spider ferns that I had overwintered, lots of geraniums that I had grown from seed, some placantris, which is just a beautiful kind of evergreen vining plant, some polka dot plant, begonias, and still some spots of white throughout. So it was really pretty. I did some different mixes in the garden containers. And then in the corner in these iron containers, I did a cheap method of purchasing a Proven Winners already made combination. And this one was gorgeous, the pink verbena. The red was not as red as it shows on screen, and it was really subtle because the pink super verbena really took over. There was also asparagus fern and some type of little small vine. Now I also did the gutters on our little historic summer kitchen, and for this I just went wild. I did a huge variety of plants, kind of in every color in the rainbow, and it was absolutely gorgeous. If you like color, it was really fun. So that year was totally different. Now we're to 2025, and you'll notice I did stick with the pink again. And a lot of this was because I really liked the Tiara Pink, which is the new Super Tunia from Proven Winners. So I did it with some begonias, some salvia, again, some asparagus fern, some spider plant, but lesson learned, Tiara Pink is very aggressive. She grows and grows and grows. I gave her multiple haircuts during the season. So I do recommend this plant maybe more for the landscape than containers, unless you're willing to give her lots of haircuts. She was also extremely bright. I prefer things a little softer, a little cooler, and she's definitely a bright spot in the garden. So I enjoyed it, but by the end of this season, I really did kind of grow tired. I think because she took over all the other plants, and therefore it was pretty much just these big balls of hot pink. So lesson learned, a super tunia is super for a reason. It works great in a long border or in a long garden space. Now in the center, this was a new container that I added in 2025. And one of my favorite plants that I grew was the Proven Winners dahlias. This is the pink version. It was stunning. I got these in little 4-inch pots and they just grew and grew and grew. These dahlias would also be amazing in the landscape. So let's shift gears and think about what's coming up for 2026. So I've been doing a lot of research on Pinterest, and oh my goodness, I fell in love with these baskets of geraniums. I'm a huge geranium fan. I have several in my basement right now. I'm going to start propagating them, but I definitely want to incorporate more in the garden. Now, this image was also a big inspiration, probably for my shade garden. I'm really feeling the dark, deep purples with the dark green foliage and then that icy foliage. And I just thought that was stunning. I'm going to try to replicate that in the shade garden. Now, this next image is going to be my main inspiration for my patio garden in 2026. So I want to combine what I did my first year in containers with all the white and green, but I also want to add some of that rich deepness of the deep purple. I know there are several dark purple vines that are pretty aggressive that I could add in with maybe some white sun patience or of course white geraniums. I also love the idea of using ferns. I think it's a queen fern, does amazing in a container, as well as shade garden ferns like you're seeing in this container, which is absolutely stunning. So while I want to go back to the white and green on my patio, the main reason I want to do that is because that patio is so hot. It's in full sun. And so I really want to help cool it down a little. But what I want to bring to that space is a lot of tropical energy. I want to use really big ferns, really big palms like you see in this image. I've had great success with those, like elephant ears, in my garden. So I'm going to definitely overstuff my containers with those tropicals and then pop in the dark purple vine, the whites, and maybe some of that silver. Now you could also use purple fountain grass, which is definitely gives that dark purple look. So that's what I'm going to do in the main patio. So the number one plant that I want to make sure I use is some type of dark purple vine. We'll just kind of see what they have at the garden center. Now here's an example of using the, it is the white Supertunia Vista, which I've grown before. It is a great, great plant. So that could be a really, really good option. You could also use Decanter Silver Falls as a silver filler or spiller, and that works great. Now I'm going to go with more of the dark purple versus the light salvia. Here's another example using some of those super petunias and the silver. I think it's beautiful. Now, I mentioned earlier, I love the plant. I'm not ever going to pronounce it right. Placantris. It's so hard to say that word, you guys. It looks different than it sounds. Placantris is a real kind of rubbery, textured, trailing plant. And I overwintered some last year. So I definitely want to add that into the garden, into my containers. So this would be a great example. You've got the Kimberly Queen Fern, the Placantris, you've got some white Angelonia and some Vista white petunias. You could also do geraniums. The only thing extra I want to add is that deep, dark purple. So again, that's going to be on my patio space. So let's talk about what I'm going to do as we leave the patio and head into the main garden. So I have 2 containers right outside the patio that frame my 2 crabapple beds. And I've had this there since I started my garden. So my idea is to add that tall greenery. So something like a large fern, or I think this is one of those, it's like a drinking gourd plant, but I know it's for full sun. So some type of greenery, and then I want to transition to shades of purple and pink. So it's not going to be super bright like Tiara Pink, but I want to start incorporating those other colors, which will also match the garden beds. But I'm going to keep a large focus of white to really transition you, white and green, with then those touches of additional brighter colors. So I think it's going to be really fun to think about what plants to add to these containers to really keep that flow going. So the patios closest to the container will be a little bit similar to this image. Some white, some different shades of purple, but I definitely in the center want to keep that big, bright green. So imagine a large fern, a large palm. Now, as we move through the garden, I have the large center container, and then I have the containers at the end of my driveway. So now is where I am going to add absolutely one of my favorite plants after growing it last year. I grew the pink dahlia from Proven Winners. And in this coming year, I want to transition, instead of that pink, I want to go with more of those dark purple tones. And so I'm going to do the purple, deep purple, almost, it's got a little, to me, it has a little hint of red in it, but it's a gorgeous, dark purple dahlia. And so it has a little tint of blue. It looks great with blues, deep purples. The foliage is pretty dark and rich. So this is going to be a transition flower that I will add in the middle of the garden as well as at the end of the driveway. So I'm still going to keep some pops of white and again, all that green foliage. Last year I used that Queen Fern and she worked amazing. So I'll probably do that again. Here's another example with that pink dahlia. You can see the super petunia that really matches it, which would be a great option. I'm still going to add some pops of white, maybe some white verbena, and again, some silver and some other dark purple foliage. So I'll probably buy an entire flat of some type of potato vine in that dark purple and use it in all the containers for consistency. And then I may do white superbenia or the mini Vista white for that continued look as well. All right, friends, I think that's going to be a wrap for today. I am so excited that I took time to look back, look forward, and at least put a framework around the containers for next year, at least a starting point. So let me know what you think, and let me know in the comments what you might be planning for next year or dreaming about. I hope you got some great inspiration today. And if you'll just take a minute to click like and subscribe if you're not already, it really helps me continue to be able to make videos, and I really appreciate it. And I love to get your comments. So that's gonna do it for today. Thanks everybody, bye.